You're not getting what you want out of your business or your life because you want too many things at the same time. You're not willing to make trade-offs, and I will prove it to you. In this video, I will break down the core problem and the way to frame the trades that you make at different seasons in your life. Everything in life has trade-offs, and people just need to determine the price versus the value. Like anything, there's going to be both of these things. When people say, "I can't believe he did this," it's because they're only looking at the cost and not the payout. Now, if you say, "Hey, that guy made this trade. I wouldn't have made that trade." Awesome. And that's why you don't have to make that trade, right? Let me give you kind of like a frame of mind for this. One of the things that was such a striking example is that you cannot have it all. You can't. Let me give you the example. If I say, I want to have a house that's in a ski town, but I also want it to be near the beach, but I also want to have town and shopping and walking distance, and I also want it to be cozy and not too busy, but I also want it to have lots of space for activities in a yard. I can't have all those things. They are literally structurally impossible for them to all be in the same thing. One, the beach and the snow mountain, probably not going to exist in the same house. All right, but there's going to be some of these that you have to make trades. And I think basically like confronting that is like the core element of what you have to do in life to move forward. Many people stay in decision limbo. They stay in purgatory. And purgatory translated into realities that they don't achieve what they want. They don't get what they want out of life because they never make a trade to begin with. That's why I'll give you a couple of more common ones, like should I get married versus should I not get married? This not should I, it's just am I willing to make the trade, right? Should I have kids versus not having kids? Should I sacrifice my 20s versus sacrificing your 30s? There are always trade-offs. The question is, what are you trading it for? Now, the worst trades of all are the trades that we don't consciously make but still trade anyways. Like you didn't get the fun experience of your 20s, but you also didn't build the nest egg. You didn't build the reps. You didn't build the experience so that you could set yourself up in your 30s. And so your 30s is a reflection of how you lived your 20s, just kind of taken forward. Now, some people I meet love their 20s. They backpacked across Europe, they had all these different experiences, they got culturally enriched, and I love that for them. That wasn't the trade that I wanted to make. It would be ridiculous for me to say, like, I want that, and I want to develop this very deep well of skill set that I can use for the rest of my life. Now, those people for sure build skills. Are those skills as marketable? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Some people like, well, I could travel and learn. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Zuck didn't do that. Bill Gates didn't do that. Elon didn't do that. So again, there's also to what degree, right? How big do you want to go? I think like you can't expect a 1% outcome without having a 1% trade-off, right? So the question is, what are the trades and are they worth it? The reason people struggle so much with making trades is because they know what they stand to lose, but not what they stand to gain. So the cost is guaranteed and fixed, but the upside is not, which is why it's so hard for so many people to make bets, especially on themselves. We continue to try to solve problems because we all think that when we solve that problem, we're going to be happier, and we're not. But we do move civilization forward. I bring all of this up to say that the downside of your bets are not as bad as you think they are, and the upside of you making it all work is also not as good as you think it is. So it's really, what do we want to do with our time? The people who are rewarded most in life are the ones who are willing to simply embrace uncertainty and just embracing the idea that you do not know what will happen. If we were to quantify the trades that we're willing to make in terms of, I know I'm going to lose these years, but I will probably look back on this time and not be upset by it because of what I got in return. And a lot of this comes down to the framing of life happening for you, not to you. And I think that you can live a life without regret as long as you always believe that you had to go through that to get to where you are now. You're trading the time you have, you're trading the years of life, but you're not getting anything for it. So the only thing that I would encourage you to do is be, number one, conscious of what you're trading, and number two, be conscious of what you're trading it for. And as much as the people around you will decry or speak down or speak against you for making trades, the question is, do you want their life? But what if I don't figure it out? You keep trying. If you don't figure it out, you'll just figure it out the next time. Failure besides death is psychological. Did you die? No. Did you figure it out? No. Guess what? You're not dead. Try again. Because like that's the worst case, and everyone's so afraid. What if it doesn't work? Okay, what if it does? Because if it doesn't work, it'll change nothing. But if it does work, it'll change everything. Subscribe and hit the like button if this helped.